Welcome back. All right, time to review the matinee games that were played today. I will continue to have matinee reviews on their own, unless there's only one matinee game. In that case, unless it's a really important one, it will get put in with the evening games that are being reviewed. But we did have two today, including one original six matchup, both teams in their centennial seasons. So let's go ahead and start with Chicago and Detroit. That is a new magnet for Detroit. I got that from the NHL shop. I got the decal and then stuck it on a magnet sheet. So Soderblom in net versus Gibson. Soderblom also playing against his brother for the first time at the NHL level. So Arvid versus Elmer, and they pronounce their names differently. So that's how that works. We've had the debate now. Is it Soderblom or Soderblom? Apparently it's both. So either way, Frank Nazar not playing for the Chicago Blackhawks today. That is a notable player to be out of the lineup as well. But the Hawks get an early power play and they score on it. At 59 seconds, it's Bedard. It's a wrister glove side from the right circle. The assist to Levshunov and Teravainen. So not even a minute into the period, it's 1-0 Chicago. The Wings look to respond. There's a post for Casper. Shots are 3-1 for Chicago at 4 minutes. But at 4:19, Larkin tips in a loose puck in the crease off the rush. The assists to Raymond and Edvinsson. We have ourselves a 1-1 tie. Chicago presses for a response. Seider fires one wide as the Wings get some pressure. The Hawks then are forced to ice it. Moore was denied on back-to-back opportunities off of a fast break. Detroit draws a power play. There's an early cycle. Puck's cleared out. Casper fires one wide from the slot. Power play is killed off. So Casper had opportunities in the first period, just not able to get the puck into the net. Burakovsky has a slot shot that's kicked aside. The Wings press with 6.5 minutes left. Good flow to this game early. Few whistles. It was pretty much that way throughout. Pretty evenly played as well. I thought the first period was about as close to even as you get. Things get pushed in a hole by Soderblom on Soderblom's chance. So Elmer unable to solve Arvid, and then there's some pushing after, which did not involve the brothers pushing each other. So if you're wondering, no, the brothers did not push each other. The Wings did come out of that with a power play, though, with 48.9 seconds left. So DeBrincat has a net feed. That's held. It's 1-1 after one. The power play rolling over to the second period. In the second period, Raymond has a wrister that's held. Things get pushy on the next hole by Soderblom. That power play's killed off. 4 shots on net during that power play. So Soderblom starting to earn his money today. Danielson has a rush chance that saved. Things get pushy on a hold by Gibson. The dislike's starting to ramp up. The Hawks come out of that one with a power play. So out of these scrums, referees just grabbing one player. And Chicago would score. At 3:22, it's Teravainen bearing a cross-ice pass. Burakovsky and Bertuzzi with the assists. So the fans, not very happy with this, informed the referee that he sucks. I understand it really hurt his feelings too. So good on him. Seider breaks up a 3-on-2 chance. The shots are 6-4 Detroit at 5.5 minutes. And honestly, this period was controlled by Detroit for large swaths of it. Larkin's robbed in close on a cross-ice pass. Detroit presses at 9 minutes. And they had all this time in the Chicago zone. I don't know how many of these opportunities were fantastic, but still, Soderblom very good in the net. Everything gets pushy with 3:36 left. Bertuzzi gets 4 minutes coming out of that. So he had a penalty coming up, and then he said some things, and so he got 2 extra minutes for the things that were said in the direction of the official. Back-to-back clears. The fans getting restless in this one. Fans really not happy with the play of the Wings, and Chicago finishes the period still up 2-1. That 4-minute power play not helping, as to start the third period, the Hawks finish the kill. So 4 minutes, 2 chances for Detroit to get something, and it doesn't happen. The Wings press at 1.5 minutes. Finney has a chance that's held. Momentum for Detroit. They're looking to tie it. They've got this momentum. Good forechecking by the Wings. The Hawks are on their heels a bit, and then Edvinsson guilty of an offensive zone penalty, so the Hawks to the power play, and they score on it at 5:09. Bertuzzi, it's another one from the doorstep. He's got 6 goals in 3 games. I think all of them are within 3 feet of the net. Bertuzzi gets this one from Bedard and Levshunov. So at 5:09, the Chicago Blackhawks have a 3-1 lead in a game where they're being outplayed by Detroit. Detroit then gets a power play. There's back-to-back clears. The power play's killed off. There wasn't momentum coming out of that for Detroit, but they're still generating shots. Halfway through the period, the shots are 12-3 for Detroit. Just tons of opportunities, but the opportunities they had, I don't think there were that many that were that dangerous in Soderblom when they were. was good enough to fend him off. DeBrincat has a net feed that's picked off. Doc fires one wide on a 3-on-1 rush. The Wings press with 4.5 minutes left. There's some near misses. Goalie pull happens with 3:46 left. And at 16:37, Burakovsky puts one in from his own blue line. Bedard with the assist. So as of right now, Connor Bedard is your league leader in points. 4-1 lead for Chicago. Things get pushed in a hole by Soderblom. He sets a career high for saves in a game, so good on him for that. And then at 19:44, just before the game's done, and just to make Detroit fans even less happy, it is Moore burying one on a pass from behind the net for his first National Hockey League goal. Donato and Grzelcyk with the assists makes the score 5-1. That is your final. Shots on net favored Detroit the whole way. 10-9 Detroit in the first, 14-6 Detroit in the second, 21-5 Detroit in the third. Final shots 45-20 for the Wings. Power plays, Chicago 3 for 3. So we know what Detroit needs to work on. The Wings went 0 for 5. So that's your game right there, is on special teams. Hits 20-17 Detroit. Soderblom 44 saves on 45 shots. It's pretty good. Gibson less solid, 15 saves on 19 shots. But yeah, Chicago's looking good. And it will be interesting to see if Bedard can keep up this scoring pace. But 3 more points today. It's not too shabby. All right, moving along. The LA Kings and the Pittsburgh Penguins. So Pittsburgh, the home team here, of course. It's Kemper versus Murashov, who is making his NHL debut. Shots are 2-1 for the Penguins at 3 minutes. Kind of a quiet start to this one. The Kings press at 4.5 minutes. Clark has a chance that's saved. Clifton has a screenshot that saved. The rebound gets cleared. The Penguins press at 5.5 minutes. The Kings are doing a good job at this point of blocking out the path to the net. Turcotte has a sharp angle shot that's turned aside. The Penguins would press and they would score. At 8:48, it's a net feed buried in close by Novak. The assist to Malkin and Wotherspoon. So Malkin continues to put up points at a ridiculous pace. For a man that looked like he was falling off of that pace last year, the pace is definitely back. Teams trade rushes and turnovers shortly thereafter. Laferriere has a net drive that's blocked. Penguins are protecting the net pretty well at this point. No easy pucks for the Kings. The shots are 11-4 for Pittsburgh with 6.5 minutes left. Fiala's denied on a net drive, but that draws a power play, and the LA Kings would click on the power play. At 14:34, it's a sharp angle shot that goes in off Wotherspoon and Murashov. It deflects in. Kopitar gets credited with the goal at 14:34. Fiala and Perry with the assists. So suddenly we have a 1-1 tie. And it felt like that goal was exactly what the Kings needed. They look for the lead. Kempe is denied. Moore's then denied. Murashov holds there. Fiala has a rush chance. That's defended. The Kings definitely better since that 1-1 goal. There's a press by the Penguins in the final minute, but it's 1-1 after the first period. Second period, the Kings draw a power play. There's an early clear and then another. Clark hits the outside of the net. There's a shorthanded chance for Shea. He fires wide from the slot. The power play's killed off. 1 shot by my count for the Kings on that power play. Penguins press. They draw a power play. There's a post for Malkin. Malkin to Rust is blocked. The Kings clear. And then late in that power play, the Penguins, who have the best power play in the league, score on it. It's Mantha wiring one from the inner slot at 7:48. Letang and Koivunen with the assists. So the LA Kings, or the Pittsburgh Penguins, I should say, with a lead on the LA Kings of 2-1 at this point in the game. Kings go back to the power play. Kempe's denied. Fires wide on his next chance. It's cleared. Power play's killed off. Penguins clear after that's done as well. Byfield has a net drive chance that's blocked. The Penguins go back to the power play. Another early clear. There's a shorthanded 2-on-1. Byfield's denied there. Murashov holds. Power play's killed off. I thought Murashov had a pretty good first game for a goaltender at the NHL level. Shots are 9-7 Pittsburgh with 6.5 minutes left. Dewar fires one wide from the high slot on a turnover. With 3:20 left, the Kings get another power play. Fiala has a screenshot that saved. The rebounds held. That power play is killed off. The Penguins with a 2-1 lead after 2. Third period. The Penguins press at a minute and a half. They're kept to the outside. Moore has a wrister. That's caught and held. Rust is denied on a rush. The Penguins press after that's done. The Penguins went over 10 minutes between shots, but they would get at least a couple of shots here. And then at 4:49, it is Corey Perry. Red hot right now. He roofs one from the high slot on a rush. Ceci and Moore with the assist. So at 4:49, we have ourselves a 2-2 tie. I was getting ready for overtime because it's how the NHL works now. Clark has a one-timer that's caught and held as the Kings get some pressure. Perry fires one high on a turnover. Shots are 4-3 Kings at 8 minutes. The fans then call one. The referee does not. And at 11:52, Fiala roofs one. He dekes around Murashov in close, and he roofs it. The assist to Doughty and Laferriere. The Kings have their first lead of the game, now at 3-2, and the Penguins are chasing the score. The Kings press with 7.5 minutes left. They get more pressure with 5 minutes left. Goalie pull happens with 1:50 seconds left after the Kings had iced the puck. But the Kings did a really good job at defending that 6-on-5. Not really very much there for the Kings. Or not much there, I should say, for the Penguins. The Kings end up holding on. They win this one 3-2 in Pittsburgh. So your shots on that, 14-10 Pittsburgh in the first, 9 apiece in the second, 10-8 Penguins in the third. Final shots are 33-27 for the Penguins. Power plays, 1 for 4 for LA, 1 for 2 for Pittsburgh. The hits, 17-9 for Pittsburgh. Darcy Kemper, 31 saves on 33 shots. Murashov, 24 saves on 27 shots in his debut. But entertaining games today, yes. Not necessarily great results for fans of a home team in this first 2 games. But we have 6 more games tonight, and we'll see how the home teams fare in those ones. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.